I wonder if you have ever looked out at the night sky and wondered at how vast it is, or how it seems to stretch on forever. I wonder if you've ever thought about how deep and dark it is, or wondered that much of the night sky is a complete mystery to us. In the beginning of God's creating, the earth was formless and void, and darkness covered the face of the deep, while a wind of God swept over the waters. And God said, "Let there be light," day and night. And yet, in the night sky, tiny pinpricks of stars beamed their light deep into space, illuminating the planets, and made the darkness look even deeper. Now, on the night our story began, light from one tiny distant star travelled across the vast expanse of space, until the light reached our tiny blue-green planet, and some Magi, who were people who studied the stars, looked up at the sky, and these Magi saw the light from one tiny star in the wrong place. "This must be a sign," the Magi said to one another. "We know where all the stars should be." So they consulted all their manuscripts, their books and charts, and they read some of the ancient stories that told of the coming of the Messiah, the one sent by God who would join heaven and earth. And they decided that the star was pointing to where the Messiah would be born. So they set off on a very long journey. But where to go? The star was still burning bright to the west, so they started in that direction. They saw a palace and decided that the Messiah must be there, but they soon realized that Messiah wasn't there, and that the king who lived there was a jealous king who wanted to kill Messiah. So they escaped and followed the star to a tiny town called Bethlehem. Here there was no palace, here there was no cathedral, here there was not even a hotel. Imagine the surprise of these great, important men when the star came to rest over a dirty old stable. And there, amidst the straw and dirt from all the animals, they found the one whom God had sent to join heaven and earth, a baby called Jesus. They brought out gifts for the baby, strange gifts, wonderful gifts, puzzling gifts. Messiah, they thought to themselves, was sent to lead the people, so they gave the gift of gold for a king. Messiah, they thought to themselves, was sent to connect heaven and earth, so they gave the gift of frankincense to symbolize prayer. Messiah, they thought to themselves, was sent to suffer and save the world, so they gave the gift of myrrh, a perfumed anointment for anointing. And the Magi, in all their robes and finery, knelt down in the dirt and straw and bowed down before the baby. God's tiny heartbeat, beating in the darkness, beating at the heart of the universe to connect heaven and earth and speak of God's love for all people. I wonder what you like best about this story. I wonder what is the most important part of this story. I wonder if there's any part of this story we could leave out but still have all the story we need. I wonder which part of this story means the most to you at this moment. We'll listen to some music whilst you think about these things and pray.